In this lesson, we're going to be going over how to create tutorials, news, and recap channels. So the first step, we're going to start with a tutorial video. So I'm asking ChatGPT to give me a step-by-step guide on how to replace my bathroom door. Amazing. Now I'm going to ask ChatGPT to turn this into a script for a YouTube video. Amazing. So now we have our step-by-step tutorial in script format ready to go on how to replace a bathroom door. So for this example, we would then go on to the next step, but I want to give another example in the starting stage so we can go through this all together. So you can use ChatGPT to summarize any article, book, news, or movie, and there are tons of recap channels on YouTube and recap podcasts. This could be you if you wanted to put in the time. So let's explore how to do that with ChatGPT. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to please give me a brief summary of the movie Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, we're choosing this one specific example of a movie, but you could do this with a book. You could do this with a world event that happened, a historical event that happened. You can do it with an article. You would just go to Google, find a current article about some current news, paste that into ChatGPT, and ask for a brief summary. Now that we have our brief summary, we can ask ChatGPT to turn that into a script for a YouTube video or a podcast. So obviously, I wasn't quite specific enough, and there are, I think, 5 or 6 Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and ChatGPT was telling me a little bit about all of them. If I wanted to go specifically to the first one or the second one or whatever it is, I can put in those parameters to get ChatGPT to summarize exactly what I'm looking for. But for the purpose of this lesson, I just want to show you how you can streamline the process of summarizing something and then turning it into a script which is ready to go for your channel. Amazing. Here is our podcast script. So obviously, if you were doing your own podcast or your own YouTube channel, you would ask ChatGPT to give you a specific length of a script. So please give me a 5-minute YouTube video script, or please give me a 1-hour podcast script, or whatever it is that you're specifically looking for. Now we have our podcast script here about the Pirates of the Caribbean, and we have our YouTube video tutorial script here about fixing a broken bathroom door. So the next step for the podcast would be to just simply read the script, and then you have your podcast. If you're making the YouTube video version, you would create a narration or speak the script to camera, and then you would find some appropriate B-roll shots to accompany you while you're talking. And you can even ask ChatGPT to give you some B-roll ideas for your YouTube videos. For example, you could ask it something like, please give me the most relevant images per sentence for this script, and then you can just find those images on Unsplash or ArtGrid, or maybe go and film them yourself, and then you have a fully running YouTube video ready to go.